Welcome to another Rapid Review. Today's episode, Star Fox Zero and Star Fox Guard. 2 games in 1 video, baby. I'm on a roll. Also, thank you, Nintendo, for sending me these 2. I really appreciate it. Mwah. And let's begin. Star Fox Zero is clearly the star of the show here, and the best way I can describe it, it's a lot like combining Star Fox 64 and Splatoon. That's the best I got, really. When I say Star Fox Zero is like 64, I'm not really joking around. This is essentially a remastering of the 64 title. The story? Basically the same. Andross is evil, Team Star Fox is out to stop him, some shenanigans happen in between. It's the same. Some locations are similar too, but thankfully, that's where the deja vu really stops. The big thing when it comes to this game is the way it controls. See, in Splatoon, you aimed with the gamepad while playing on the TV. Star Fox Zero is similar, you aim with the gamepad, except your eyes have to dart between both screens while you're playing. The gamepad shows the cockpit view, and as such, the aiming reticle is slightly different on both due to a sense of depth. You can probably get by focusing on the TV, but chances are, you'll need the precise aim of the gamepad, but you can't see what's around you, so you'll need the TV, and yeah, it's certainly different. This has been a fairly controversial design choice ever since it was announced, but honestly, after about an hour or so of playing, I got used to it and started really enjoying it. But your mileage will most definitely vary, and having no option for, say, Wiimote support or dual analog support is certainly confounding. A majority of your time will be spent in linear R-Wing missions, but there is plenty of diversity to play through as well. There's all-range mode, which admittedly makes aiming a bit more difficult. There's the Landmaster, the R-Wing can transform into a walker, which I honestly just call a chicken, and the only truly new gameplay style, the Gyrocopter. This is a slower paced vehicle that shows up in a mission based on stealth, and you can also deploy a tiny robot to walk on the ground, and you control it via the gamepad to do things like turn on switches and whatnot. It's kinda cool. I kinda wish there was more of it too. The rest of the game is mostly action, so the Gyrocopter was pretty cool to play through some planets with a more methodical approach. But thanks to these vehicles, no 2 back-to-back missions feel the same, so the adventure never really feels stale. That being said, the adventure is only about 3 hours long. There is plenty of replayability when it comes to finding alternate paths, getting high scores, finding hidden medals, but it's not really enough to take away from the fact that the game is just short. It's really fun, but short. Also, I think the game looks pretty great graphically. I've seen quite a few people disagree, but hey, I think it looks pretty nice. When it comes to Star Fox Guard, this'll go by pretty quick. This is a tower defense game with the goal of using 12 cameras that are locked and loaded around a small facility to prevent a wide arrangement of robots from getting to a central tower. On the gamepad, you tap the different cameras to swap between them, you point and you shoot, and that's about it, really. For what it is, it's pretty enjoyable. And with missions constantly throwing out new robots and gimmicks, and even the occasional boss fight, it's a nice little distraction, but not much more. Star Fox Zero has me conflicted. I really enjoyed it, and I love going back and getting higher scores and whatnot, but I can't help but feel like there could be so much more. While certainly not fantastic, the 2 GameCube games really broadened the scope of what Star Fox could be. Zero just kind of added more vehicles to 64. And regardless, at the end of the day, I still think this is my favorite game in the series now, just based on total fun. But regardless, I feel like a huge war with a wide spectrum of animals, it could be done on a much grander scale. So here's hoping for the future, but for the time being, if you can deal with the controls and the game's length given the asking price, Star Fox Zero is a lot of fun. I'd give it a thumbs up. Star Fox Guard is kind of cool too, I guess. I mean, it comes with the game physically, so I mean
Fox, get this guy off me!
Shut up, Slippy.